Hey everybody, I'm Cece and welcome to Brunch Bites. Now, due to social distancing and the ban on non-essential businesses, which obviously includes restaurants, because of the coronavirus, we ain't going to brunch anytime soon. And when I say we, I mean myself and this guy. You recognize this baldy from most of my videos. Ladies and gentlemen, Pinky up Greg.
Hello.
Hello, Gregory. How are you?
I am fantastic. Thank you for having me.
No problem, darling. I'm devastated. They've banned all outings of sorts, including restaurants, which means no brunch. Oh. It's a pity. So we're like, what are we gonna do? And we actually did brainstorm some ideas and we came up with a solid one. But before we introduce that new segment, we figured we'd go through our top 10 favorite places that we've enjoyed for brunch. And some of the places I went to on my own, you know, I left this one behind. It was on a Sunday. He works, you know how it is.
I was very upset about it too.
Yeah.
But I was very thankful at the end of it.
Yes, he was, because I brought him food.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime you bring a man back food, there's happiness to be had.
I almost forgot what happened.
See? Now, in no particular order, this is our top 10 list, starting with Tortoise and Hare in the Riverdale area of the Bronx. I absolutely love that Nutella toast.
Yes.
Can we give it up to the Nutella toast?
Nutella toast.
Oh, shit, Nutella toast. You know, that was that good stuff, and their bellinis were top notch. I have yet to have a bellini that was as memorable as the one at Tortoise and Hare. Now, the next place that we would recommend is Bistro.
Oh, yeah,
I
Bistro.
love that interior.
Yeah, it's like so very hip hop vibe and definitely picture worthy of taking.
Absolutely, especially for like large parties or like cute little events or things like that. I really think that it's such a beautiful interior. Like it just gives off hip hop, and I absolutely love that their sides kind of had that remix to them. Like instead of white potatoes for the home fries, they did red potatoes for the home fries.
I love potatoes.
You like all potatoes. You like home fries and potato tots. Like that's your thing.
Oh, man, I'm a simple man. I just love potatoes.
Indeed, steak and potato guy.
Right.
Yay. Now the third place that we would recommend is the Royal Underground in Astoria area of Queens.
I'm
And
a fan of Queens.
we know this.
Travel wise, no, but for food, yes.
Yes. And I like their mimosa. So mimosa is juice and beer, and I thought that was a really odd combination, but turns out it's not so bad.
I definitely enjoyed it. So hey, I'll definitely would go back.
Oh yeah, and the
Not in the near future, but I will go back.
Well, the truffled eggs with salmon with that pastry that I had. In fact, you had a nibble of that, didn't you?
Yes, and I was regretting not ordering it, but all the same, I enjoyed my meal too.
Anyway, the fourth spot we would actually recommend would be Meaty Meaty out in the Park Slope area of Brooklyn. Ooh, I almost said the Bronx. I'm sorry, Brooklyn. Don't kill me. Not only did that lobster guac hit the spot, but can we talk about the multiple drinks? The multiple drinks.
If you're a fan of day drinking, I would say yes to Meaty Meaty.
Yes and yes. Now, not just them, but 10th Avenue, which would be the spot I would also recommend, is another place that definitely is dope. But the dope part about them is they actually start at like 2 p.m. So if you are a late riser and you do not like to get up at the crack of dawn for brunch, don't worry. They open at 2 p.m. And let me tell you, let's just say this was a really poppin' brunch.
It's very memorable.
The food was delicious. One of our oh my god moments was that bacon mac and cheese. You had the bacon mac and cheese and I got a nibble of that, and that was
And you wish you had ordered that.
Yes, I did. Ugh, regrets. But the next spot we would actually recommend would be Yara. For a first time having a Lebanese brunch, that was actually pretty dope. And I ordered the chicken liver, and let me be clear, yes, I know it's slave food, and I am not ashamed of it. Is delish.
It was. I definitely nibbled on half of that, and I wish I had ordered that. But also, at the end of the experience, the owner gave us that Irish coffee.
The Turkish coffee, yeah.
Yes.
It was really cool how he explained to us about the Turkish coffee. You spill some on the whiteboarding and it means good luck. I like little things like that. when you go to a place, you learn more about a tradition or culture. It's just a lot of fun. It just makes the experience even more authentic, and you're just like, yay, it's so good. So the next place that we would recommend would be Rustic Tavern in the Bed-Stuy area of Brooklyn. I absolutely love their food. Listen, this is the type of food that you can take home, and if you heat it up right, like if you put the fried fish in the oven and all that stuff, it will come out just as good as the day you ate it. I can attest to that fact. And their Bloody Marys, absolutely the best Bloody Marys I have ever had in brunch history so far. So congratulations, you guys, because you already know how I feel about Bloody Marys. I'm like very indifferent, and it's like, oh, this was actually pretty good. I'd order this more often. And that French toast, when you slither it in beautiful, delicious syrup, and then you take your fork. You don't even need a knife with it. You just take your fork and you just, like a hot knife to butter. Delish. Now, moving on to the 8th place that we would recommend, which would be Queens Bully in the Forest Hills area of Queens, obviously. I mean, it's called Queens Bully, obviously, being Queens. So, but I absolutely love the space. The space is huge.
Oh, yeah,
the space is
great.
huge.
The artwork on the side was just pretty spectacular.
Yeah, the artwork was really special. I love graffiti and the food. That ricotta donuts, them ricotta donuts, though, they be good.
Man,
yeah,
that's good for all times of the day. The caramel.
Yes. Okay, now coming in the 9th spot would be B in the Hell's Kitchen area of Manhattan. I thought they were really good. I like their different variety of drinks. If you notice, they're like drinks we haven't really had anywhere else.
Yeah, those are all pretty good drinks. Also, besides the interior was just very hip. It was very awesome.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing. I think your favorite thing actually was the spicy meatballs.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Lamb meatballs.
Yes, lamb meatballs. Now this place is quite pricey, but it is worth the price of admission, if I must say.
Definitely. That's why I'm mad.
Definitely. Now, before we get into the 10th place that we've been to for brunch that we absolutely adore and love, we would like to have some honorable mentions, because as much as we would love to have every restaurant that we've been to in our top 10, you know, it's just not possible.
There's a lot of restaurants.
A lot of restaurants. So, honorable mentions. We'll start with Chella in the Park Slope area of Brooklyn. Love that seafood melt. That you can eat cold.
I have to buy one, and I have to buy two. One to there, one for when I want to come home. That's how good it is.
It is that good, guys. Seriously. And then we have handcraft kitchen and cocktails with their truffled burrata. Let me tell you something, y'all. If the word truffle is in the menu anywhere, just know that it is delicious and it is worth getting, and you must buy it. And then we have chocolate and the chicken. The fried chicken that's better than my mama's. I love my mama, sorry. But that chicken was delish.
Oh man, it was delish. And then it had that little red velvet cake.
Oh, the pancakes, yeah, that went with it. And last but not least, the last place we went to, the Bronx Public, for them butter biscuits and that honey butter. Can we get, woo, sheesh. Yes. Cheers to our honorable mentions. Now, in the final spot, we have Mazzetto, which was our first Mediterranean brunch. Absolutely love those steam buns, the falafel steam buns. Yes, woo!
Never thought a falafel could taste that good.
Word. Did not think it could taste that good. And I really actually like the soup. You can tell it's homemade. It has a little kick of spice. And I'm not a big spicy person, but this was great. I absolutely love like the balance of this dish. Okay guys, that's it. That is our entire top 10 places that we enjoyed for brunch. But now the burning question. What the heck are we gonna do? We can't go out to brunch!
We could go to my mom for brunch.
Such a sweet notion, but no. We're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. We're gonna be doing brunching at home, hashtag coronavirus edition. So until things go back to normal, you'll be getting insider footage of me and this guy making brunch here in our apartment. I'm gonna show you how to pass the time with a little bit of champagne, Well, no, a lot of champagne, maybe a splash of peach juice or orange juice or whatever brunch drink you prefer. Now, remember to ask yourselves, when was the last time you had a good brunch lately? I know we used to tell you, but we're going to show you how to have a good brunch at home. Bye, guys.